Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live English lesson with me, teacher Zdenek, and one of the students. This time is Matthius. Matthius? How
Hi,
are you?
how it's going?
Everything is going great. I'm actually currently in Vietnam. I haven't said it here on this YouTube channel yet, but I've decided to relocate to Vietnam. So that's where I am now. I'm in a hotel room. I can't shout too much, so I hope you guys can hear me. Can you hear me, Matthius?
Yes, I can.
It's actually midnight here, so I don't think my neighbors or the people that are next door would appreciate it if I was a bit, you know, noisy here. So hopefully no one will start
Yeah.
knocking on the wall. Matheus, today the topic we're going to discuss is Generation Z, and that's not because my name is Zdenek, and that starts with the Z, with letter Z. It's because
Oh,
you come from that generation, from Generation Z.
yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Generation Z. You feel like you are a typical typical example of someone from that group? Are you an archetype?
Um, kinda, but not exactly.
Well, we're gonna find out today because I have done some research and googled the word Generation Z, and I have got a few things that are like characteristics about the people that come from this generation, so we can compare if this is true. You tell me if this is true. You can think about your classmates, your peers, your mates, but also yourself. Okay.
All right.
So one of the things that Google says, by the way, the sources will be all different, but the first one is from Google. If you Google it, that's what will come up. One of the things that I see here is that for Generation Z, diversity is their norm. Diversity is their norm. Do- what would you say about that?
I would say yes. There is a lot of diversity.
Hmm.
I can definitely say that everybody is kinda different, but there are definitely some people that are somewhat similar. But yeah,
Hmm.
it's not like it used to be that everybody looked nearly the same. But
Yeah.
now everybody kind looks a little bit different.
Hmm. Yeah. You know what? Today, I'm gonna do the feedback in a slightly different way. I have to hold this mic. I have really makeshift conditions here. It's all
Yeah.
makeshift. I can't type properly because I have to hold the mic. So when there is feedback, I'm gonna say it straight away. Okay. So
All
first
right.
of all, I would like to praise you for the word somewhat, which I think is a fantastic word that people don't use enough. So you said that. What did you say exactly? Do you remember that?
About
Did you say they are somewhat different
yeah, they're somewhat different.
from you?
I mean, to each other. Like you have some person that is like more outgoing. You have some person who is less outgoing, and some people will share a trait. Some people don't share a trait. So it's
Yeah.
basically you find good people to hang around, and you also find some people that are uncomfortable when you are around them.
Mhm. So you use the word somewhat, right? Which
Yeah.
is a little word that you would use in order to soften what you are saying. You don't want to say it too strong, and you can say somewhat, which is like kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes it could be a synonym of the word rather, but it depends on how in what context it is used. But yeah, so you would agree. So
Yeah.
generations that diversity, they also they are not ashamed of their background, of where they come from. as well, right? Because the previous
Yeah,
for the previous generations, they had to fight people who looked a little bit different or were a little bit different. They had to fight for their place, right?
yeah.
But
Now
this generation, they are
now
not
it's a little
ashamed
bit
anymore.
more. Yeah, now it's more accepting because Gen Z
Yeah,
is a bit normal here, and a lot of people come from it. So
yeah,
more accepting community means people are not afraid of being different.
I like it. I like it. Good for you. Good for your generation.
Yeah,
All right. As always, we would appreciate any kind of comments. If you guys want to get involved in this discussion, we would like to keep this live show interactive. It's a live
yeah,
lesson, but you can also be part of it. Like K Mega, K Mega says hi.
yeah. Hi.
Good to have you here. Hello. Okay, so the next thing I see here, Matthius, is they are our first digital natives. So first of all, how do you understand this? And is this true? Oh, sorry. Here we go.
On on natives, I heard something a little bit different, but on that, yeah, I would say that we were born in internet, so during times of internet, so we definitely know ourselves in it. I personally
For a
play
for for a
what?
second, I thought you said you were born on the internet. But yeah, okay, you corrected
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. But I was actually introduced to internet like when I was 10. So not how many children are today that they have like internet from 4 years old and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
still grew up on offline video games and other.
Are you kidding me? You were
Yeah,
introduced to the internet when you were 10.
yeah.
Is that even something that normally happens? So it seems like your parents kept you in isolation almost.
I mean, it's kind of good. Honestly, I grew up actually with board games, and I extremely love them. So mostly because of that, I also don't spend as much time on internet because I try to find other things that interest me. So
Mhm.
it's kind of more healthy, and that's why I think that I'm different, a little bit different from the generation. So
Yep. Okay, fair enough. Hey, it could be a way of protecting the youngsters, They wait
yeah,
until they are 8, until they are 10, and then expose them to the internet because obviously there is a lot of good on the internet, but there's a lot of
bad.
stuff that you shouldn't see as a child, maybe. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right. Raj says hello, and
Hi.
Helen says hi as well.
Hi.
Yeah. Helen, how dare you misspell my name? I always thought that the difficult name was Matthius's name. I always misspell it.
Yeah.
But for Helen,
I mean, I did make it easier for people. So
yeah. Okay, let's keep going. So the next one is they are pragmatic and financially minded. Okay, so let me put it up on screen and tell me what you think.
I well, I cannot really understand what the pragmatic means,
Yeah,
but I can definitely say that they are more financially minded. Like they actually
financially
think
minded.
about their finances, and they actually learn because internet is great source of information,
Hmm.
and yeah, so they think about most of it, and we are in the situation where inflation is a thing, so prices are just
Yeah,
rising. So you have to be more careful with your money and how you spend it.
that's right. That's right. By the way, you were not sure about the word pragmatic.
I have no idea what
Um,
it means.
that's okay. Actually, I'm surprised because this word is has Latin origin and it's used in many languages in Europe. But the word pragmatic means that basically you are kind of sensible and you don't always follow like rigid theories. You know, you will find your way. If I look it up in a dictionary, it says solving problems in a sensible way that suits the conditions that really exist now rather than obeying fixed theories, ideas, or rules. So it's kind of like you're more like practical, in dealing with issues, let's say.
Yeah, 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 I
Okay,
would say that in most of the generation.
applies to you as well.
A little bit, yeah. I rather try my own rather than follow some theory. Or
Okay. Just to remind everybody, I'm doing the feedback straight away this time because it's too complicated for me. I'm in makeshift conditions. So, how do you pronounce this word again? The
theory,
theory.
theory,
You have
th- theory,
your tongue has to touch your teeth. Theory.
the-
Theory.
theory, theory.
Okay, keep practicing. It's a difficult sound for you.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yes, you misspelled my name, Helen. And now Luke did the same, but I think with Luke he did it on purpose. I can tell it was intentional. It was a joke. Nice one, Luke. Or should I say cool or cool? Okay, let's move on. Um, this one is interesting actually. Many factors contribute to their mental health challenges.
Yeah. This really applies to me. Like, the situation that we live in is not the exact greatest.
No.
So, and if you are kind of intelligent and you realize these problems, they can really hurt your mental health, and well, there is nothing much you can do about it. Kind of just
Mm.
live with it and try to be and try to kind of ignore these problems because they are not exactly the problems that you can solve on your own, but you should
Mm.
be mindful of them.
Okay, so what kind of problems are we talking about here?
Well,
Would you
inflation
like
is
to?
one of them that can lead to depression. Also, the thing that I really hate is the the care for emotions of males. Like like society doesn't really care about them that much
Yeah,
when compared to females.
that's
And
interesting.
yeah,
That's kind of like that sounds like it's the opposite of feminism almost, right?
yeah,
Because that's interesting actually. So why do you think this is the case? Why do you think people don't care about how males feel? Is it because they are portrayed as the strong gender?
yeah, that they
Mm,
are the big, strong, and like showing sadness in men is like showing a weakness. So other men and women and other people just see that it's bad thing, so they kind of just say that man up
yeah,
and
toughen
go.
up, and
Yeah,
nobody cares about how you feel, like what's going through your head.
yeah.
And yeah, that's true. That's actually true. I would believe. I would believe. I would agree with that. Yeah. Hmm.
So that kind of that this is mostly problem in male Gen Z, which I am. So that kind of hurts me. And other thing is maybe the future, like the environment is not that well, it's not in good condition because of the global warming. Like we don't didn't have snow this snow last year,
Yeah.
and
There's less snow and less
yeah,
less rainfall and um, or droughts everywhere. And yeah, it's true. Icebergs are melting and all that. It's definitely happening. A lot of people are in denial, just pretend it's not happening, but it is happening.
Yeah. There is probably more, but I don't really want to talk about them.
That's okay. That's fair enough. Like fair play to you for saying these things, even some of them very, very personal as well. And we should talk about this, guys. It's very important. How about this one, Matthius? This is a positive for sure. They are shrewd consumers. They are shrewd consumers. Do you know what the word shrewd means?
I think I heard it, heard, that I heard it somewhere, but I'm not sure what it means.
Okay. You sort of you can judge the situation very well. Sort of you're just kind of like smart, almost like streetwise. You know what to do. Like you have sharp judgment in practical matters, something like
I
that.
would say, yeah, you are more intelligent in these things that are more practical rather than intellectual. Like,
It's like practical intelligence.
yeah.
Sort of. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Would you mind giving us an example how this
Hmm.
perhaps shows in
Oh,
you?
most of the things happen when you need them, and you remember when you need them. So I don't think I can give you an example unless you give me a question or a problem. So
Yeah, but you are not denying that
yeah,
this is something that applies to you and to your generation.
yeah, I can.
Okay, if anybody has come late, I can see a lot of people are watching us live. Well, we are doing a live lesson here, and the topic is Generation Z. Matthius comes from that generation, so we are having a chat about several characteristics of this generation. And by the way, I am also in Vietnam currently, if some of you don't know that yet. So, yes, that's right. I'm doing a live lesson from Vietnam, and so far so good. The internet is not the best here at this in this hotel, but I think because it's quite late now, it's actually past midnight. It's better than during the day. So yeah. And someone is asking me questions. Do you teach English for foreigners? There's a you misspelled the word foreigners, I believe. Yeah, I do. Cyrus. I do actually. Yeah, yeah. You can find out more about me. Just Google my name. Google teaches Zdenek. I also have a podcast, and indeed I teach English to foreigners. Actually, I would say. Yeah, and maybe I will even teach English to Vietnamese people now because I'm looking for a part-time job here. So we will see if I manage to find it. Hi Nadia, good to have you here.
Hi.
Nice emojis. Yeah. Well, it's quite rainy here at the moment, so yeah, not the best weather, but it's a bit warmer than where you are, I believe. Okay, Matheus. Um, let's see. I know you don't want to talk about politics. You specifically requested that we don't talk about politics. Yeah, but there's just one statement,
All right.
and it is they are politically progressive, even those on the right. I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you.
Maybe something
What
like leftist and right. I have no idea what they mean, but I would say that they are political progressive a little bit more. That
progressive
they
is
can
almost like
that they care mostly where it's going. Well, they care more about where the politics are going.
politics are or is.
The politics are going.
Is it are or is it is? Is it
Um,
politics a singular noun or plural noun? What about, okay, think about other words like physics, mathematics.
yeah, it probably is. The
It is,
politics
yeah.
is going.
There, not everything that ends with s in English is plural, right? And these are Latin-based words. They describe uh, sciences, yeah, politics, um, and physics, and so on. And definitely is, yeah. So progressive. I don't know what they mean by that. I guess innovative or
Maybe.
forward thinking, something like that. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. I'm
Yeah.
just looking at some of the comments here. I might not put all of these comments on screen. I reserve the right to choose.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are
To choose.
acknowledging ring status, but we do not show it. You can see it
I'm not gonna
yourself.
show it on screen, but people can read it. I'm not gonna delete the comments, but people, as long as it's reasonable, I'm not gonna delete them. But I'm
Yeah.
not gonna put those on screen. Continue learning about Generation Z. That's not that's not a characteristic. That's what you can do, ladies and gentlemen. If you Google Generation Z, okay, that was not part of the plan. All right, I'm going to. Okay, somebody's knocking. I think they don't like me being so loud, so I might have to just end here. I'm afraid. So is yeah, somebody doesn't like me being so loud. I thought I'm not that loud actually. I was talking yesterday and it was fine. I'm afraid I'll have to say goodbye, guys. But it was good to talk to you.
Yeah, you too.
All right, take care, everyone, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.